Hey, this is Douglas Lattimore with CharlotteHomesForSaleNow.com, and I'm here in a special edition of this show so that we can talk to what we're awarding this year, 2014, as Stager of the Year Award. And it's going to none other than the Queen of Hustle Muscle herself, Miss Barbie McKinnon. She's been doing this for over 8 years, and she does it full time. This is her passion. She has projects all over Charlotte. She's going to really explain to us the good and the bad and the ugly of Charlotte and what it's like being here. So, what small businesses mean to this community and all of that. Come on, follow me. She's super sweet. She's an awesome person. For her name to be Barbie, she lives up to the name, and she's super awesome. And she's going to just explain to us everything that we need to know about Charlotte. Here she is in one of her projects, and this is Barbie McKinnon. Say hi, Barbie.
Hey guys, how are you?
This is a special edition of CharlotteHomesForSaleNow.com, and basically we are just doing something so new and innovative. We're giving you the 2014 Stager Award. How you feel about that?
I am I'm flattered. I'm flattered and thrilled. Thank you very much.
Well, we know that you're the queen of hustle muscle here in Charlotte, and I just think that you have so much wisdom when it comes to how a house should look, especially when you're trying to get it ready for sale. Not only that, but for the buyers who are moving in, what Charlotte is like. You've been here for quite some time, and you're going to really just exfoliate some things about Charlotte that my followers need to know. So let's just get right into it. You ready?
Okay.
All right. So where are you from?
I'm from Atlanta.
And how long have you been here in Charlotte?
I've been here since '97.
1997.
Yes, when Valentine was so new that nobody knew where it was.
Valentine was new.
Yes.
You know, Valentine wants to become his own city, and now when you were here, it's so new.
Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome. So, I mean, that's a long time ago. So you have a lot of Charlotte experience. Tell us what you like most about Charlotte.
Oh, I love everything about Charlotte. I mean, it's beautiful. It's like a teeny tiny Atlanta with 1/4 the traffic. And it's like living on a golf course. It's like a big golf course with houses around it. It's just awesome. I mean, it's one of the few places in the world where I think that you can live and still get from, the bottom half of the city to the top half of the city in less than half an hour. I love it here.
Awesome, awesome. And tell us about your company, The Staging Girl.
Well, I started it in 2007 and sort of did it part-time and had a regular full-time job. I was a single parent shortly thereafter making the company, and then right as the economy started to tick downward, and we had that little lull, as we'll call it, I lost my full-time job, or as I like to say, they lost me. And I started doing staging full-time the very next day. So I've been doing it 6 days a week since April of 2009.
Wow. And can you give us a compare and contrast of Charlotte and Atlanta? If somebody's out there and they're looking to move to Charlotte, what would you say to them?
Oh gosh, please come here. I mean, I love Atlanta. I do. Everything about Atlanta that I love, besides the fact that my family's there and all of that. But the things about Charlotte that are so wonderful is that you have all of the things that a 4 million person metropolis would have. But everything is new. They've got beautiful theaters. We've got large industry. We have small business. People that are from Charlotte, although like all 3 of them that are originally from here.
That's so true.
Say that we've got, we've got bad traffic, but we really don't. I mean,
Right.
The amount of people on the road in the course of the evening, there's no traffic. It's just the schools are great. We could spend all day talking about this. it's a beautiful place to live.
Yeah, yeah. I heard you say earlier that it's a golf course with houses around it. I like to say that it's the perfect mix between city life and country living. What do you think about that?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, seriously, there are clients I have that are maybe 15 or 20 minutes south of Ballantyne, where you're driving through town and you would swear to God you are in the middle of Texas.
Are you
I mean,
serious?
pastures and cows. I mean, it's funny because even now I have found that grown-ups, when you see a cow, we go, look, a cow. But I mean, there's horse farms, there's pastures, there's cows and goats. Then you get into Valentine and the suburbs, and there's country clubs, and there's luxury shops, and there's Victoria's Secret and Ann Taylor, and places like Blakeney, which are just fantastic.
Yes.
And great schools, and then you get closer into town, and you look more like the richer outskirts of DC or Boston, where the Myers Park area
Yeah.
is, and the large oak trees. Then you get into town, and you've got urban living, where you may very well be in downtown San Francisco with metal and all kinds of steel and glass and cool and fun and funky. And
Yeah.
then you've got the college way north. I mean, there is everything in the world here, and
Yeah.
I think that anybody who is looking to move south of the Mason-Dixon line and east of Texas, this is really where you want to be.
That is super, super awesome. Let me ask you this question. We're just going to get all personal in your business. Uh, why do you think that, number one, your company, and number two, you are worthy of such a title as the Stager of the Year 2014?
Oh, well, I mean, I'm flattered that you would even nominate. I mean, I don't know how to answer that. I can tell you this. I love what I do,
Yeah.
and I love that what I do works. I wish I could tell you that I have a mathematical formula as to how it works. But those that know me, those that have worked with me, whether they're clients or realtors, it's a feeling. I know that it's right when it's right. And when it's right and it works, it helps people. It helps the sellers because their home looks the way that it needs to look online. And it helps the realtor because they're going to get the phone calls that they want from the people who actually want to buy the house. Not just come look at it because we're in the area and it meets our qualifications, but people who really want to come and look at that house and buy that house. And then somebody who's moving here gets to buy this house. And so somebody gets to buy, somebody gets to sell, somebody gets a commission, a moving company gets paid. I mean, everybody, it's something that helps people. And the fact that I am able to do something that I love and make it a business and work for myself and provide for my children, it's a blessing. It's and it makes me feel good, and it works, and that's all I know.
So would you say that your competitive advantage is your passion?
I would say that my competitive advantage is my passion and the fact that it works. I think my approach to staging is different
Yeah.
from a lot of other people's.
Talk about that. Let's break that down.
Well, for instance, pretty doesn't sell anything. There's a lot of pretty houses for sale.
That's good.
But you have to know who you're selling to, and real estate is one of probably the only sales-based industry that doesn't apply standard sales marketing strategies to the selling of its product. Real estate is still a come up with a price, make it look okay, take a picture of it, stick it in the computer, and hope that somebody buys it industry.
Yeah,
And
it
that
can be
is
primitive.
And that's not a marking on agents. It's a state of the real estate industry as a whole. It's just the way it works. What I've done is I've been able to come in and talk to sellers about who are you selling to? Who's your target audience? Because your buyer for a house in Ballantyne is different than your buyer for a house up at Lake Norman. Even if it's the same house, it's two different buyers, two different needs, two different hot points. And so the way you set that home up in order to make it photograph the right way, and the photograph is the important part. That's what I try to tell people is It needs to look the way it needs to look online because that's the first showing. The first time you get them to come to your house, they've seen it 5 times. They've seen it again, they showed it to their husband or their wife, they showed it to their mama, they showed it to their best friend, they've driven the neighborhood, then they've made the phone call that said, I want to come look at the house. But they won't do all of that if that photograph doesn't look the right way. And you make it look the right way by knowing who your target audience is. And that's how I take my approach to staging.
That is super awesome. That's super awesome. Hey, this is Douglas Lattimore, and I'm here with the one and only Barbara McKinnon. She is the staging girl, period. She has a lot of hustle muscle, and we're in one of her projects right now. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go through the home, and she's going to show us just little intricate parts of where her mind is when she goes through a home, and how she just takes and picks apart a home, and give you some insight on what you should look for, especially when you're considering somebody for staging if you're not in Charlotte, but why you should choose her if you are in Charlotte. So this is a big episode. We're going through it step by step, and special edition, and we'll see you in the next slide. Talk to you later.